Vegan made, that means no animal cruelty involved, meaning a lot of us would have to switch from leather to pleather. Unwanted selfies could help solve cell phone thefts. I'll tell you more later. According to Stacy, nearly 25% of Americans suffer from dyslexia. You've heard of Plan B, but what if there are plenty of Plan Cs? Over the counter, that means no questions, no restrictions. It's as easy to pick up as this. I'm live at the scene where moments ago, this road was not full of cars. Instead, it was full of firemen and police officials, where they're on the scene of a fatal accident involving an older woman and a truck. The woman was killed upon hitting the truck. The firemen tried to pry her body out for a few hours as she was stuck. It did take them a while to get her out. She is deceased. As of now, we don't know who the victim is, but as always, we will keep you updated. I'm live, Lolani Smith, reporting. Hey, Lolani. Vegan clothing means the material is man-made and not from an animal. Kenneth Montville, a PETA coordinator, says that vegan clothing can be found anywhere, in shoes, on racks, and even in bags.
This one is a great example because it's a mix of both fabrics and plastic. This actually may look like leather, but it's actually not.
Items that are not vegan are leather, fur, and even silk. The manager of Texton, an American textile company, says that silkworms are treated with care. But PETA believes
silkworms, they wait until they're in the cocoons and then they will boil them to kill the worms and release the fibers.
PETA encourages consumers to read the label before buying the item. Vegan made, that means no animal cruelty involved, meaning a lot of us would have to switch from leather to pleather. Easier said and can be easily done, as Montville says it is harder to find non-vegan clothing than vegan clothing in stores nowadays. Lolani Smith, Grady News Source. There are many signs and ramps scattered across campus to help the disabled get to their destination. Although both sides have different views on the policy, it has had an effect on students. Athens-Clarke County City Manager Alan Reddish believes that it is not the government's place to provide phones for everyone and that we should be careful who we provide our phones to. I'm Lolani Smith, live in the newsroom. Not the sound you want to hear late at night, but it scares away intruders like this. Squirrels love to find a spot in your house to nest. Experts say half of the cases they encounter are people who don't know they have extra guests in their house. People usually find out late at night.
Flying squirrel, you can get flying squirrels in the attic, which they don't actually fly like a bird, they just mainly glide, but flying squirrels are more active late in the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, something of that nature.
Lindsay, an Athens resident, spends her nights scaring the squirrel away.
The squirrel that resides in our house is between my and Allie's room, and he usually gets us at night and just scratches, and we actually have to like bang on the wall and try to get him out, so that's fun.
Athens has many trees, and with many trees, many squirrels. Squirrels love to climb trees and the side of your houses, especially houses with gutters like this that help them reach to the top.
And create yourself problems because you're building for looks rather than, you know, a house that's totally sealed up.
Squirrels like to bite, but if they bite into your wires, your home insurance will not cover it. Agent manager Dustin Rector says that squirrels are a maintenance problem that falls on the responsibility of the owner. Lolani Smith, Grady News Source. A new app called Yik Yak allows you to post anonymously. The focus isn't who you are, but where you are. Brooks Buffington, co-founder of Yik Yak, says the app is like an anonymous Twitter feed.
There's a way to kind of send out a tweet and have a lot of people see it, but remain anonymous, not be judged by it or whatever. And so we thought we could use location to kind of tie everyone together because, you know, just being in the same place, same campus, makes it relevant.
Now, according to Buffington, he started off with the app at a fraternity with 70 users, and it has now reached 1,400 today.
Everyone just kind of posts whatever they want on it. Some people get railed on pretty hard. I think it's kind of funny. Everyone kind of looks at it in class, and everyone kind of shows each other. It's pretty funny.
The app is similar to Snapchat as it keeps the last 100 yaks posted. Lolani Smith, Grady News Source. Potentially, this bill could grant forgiveness to many young people or people who are accused of illegal drug possession. Now, the bill was recently passed at about 4:30 today through the Health and Human Services Committee, and they started about 2, so they're in there for an hour and a half discussing the possibility of this bill. Now, college campuses are not unfamiliar with illegal drug possession, and just recently I checked the UGA PD daily log, and there was a case at 4 o'clock this morning of illegal drug possession. So I went out on the student campus today and spoke to a few students, and they gave their opinions on what this bill could bring to campus. Now, according to Buffington, he started off with the app at a fraternity with 70 users, and it has now reached 1,400 today. Teva, the manufacturer of Plan B, has been in constant battle with the FDA over emergency contraceptive. In the past, Teva discussed non-prescription approval of its product for women ages 17 and older, which was approved. Now, the FDA approved generic brands to sell over the counter with no age restriction, continuing the battle between Teva and the FDA. Generic is a word tossed around a lot, but what does it really mean?
Generic means that it is available to be made by any company, not just the company that obtained the initial patent. Once that patent runs out, then it's open to any drug company that can show they are able to make the drug in the same way with the same ingredients that has the same effectiveness as the original maker made it.
Anyone can make it, and now anyone can buy it. Teva believes that generics of their products should only be sold to women 17 and older. The FDA announced this characterization is too broad and too restrictive. Soon enough, generic brands will be sold over the counter. Over the counter, that means no questions, no restrictions. It's as easy to pick up as this. The FDA says generic brands will cost less than the brand name. Local pharmacists say the difference in cost ranges from $10 to $15. Lilani Smith, Grady News Source.